It's amazing.
It's so good.
And also, what I love the most is the feeling that it's like a charcoal edge.
Yeah, charcoal edge.
This product will change the world, and I already have it, part of it in my stomach, so I really love it. The most interesting thing is it's not just that we are very, very happy with this. You got some investors, right? How did you pitch this to them? Did you also cook the meat?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we also
Really?
yeah, we
Yeah.
go. It's interesting.
And then the Chinese investor said, here, take my money. Welcome to the Asia Bits podcast. In today's episode, we have a really cool product and we loved it because both of us are big eaters, as you obviously can see. And yeah, what is the product, Michael?
The product is a grill basically for everyone's home,
Yeah.
but not any grill like this, like the grills that you know already.
Yeah, it's an amazing product, and we have Sean here. He is the founder, and one thing I want to say, he was very nervous because he says his English is not that good, but we both are Germans, and as you can hear from our accent, our English is also not so good, but our goal is to close the gap, to show everyone what's happening here in Asia, so people all over the world can learn from it, and we want to spark innovation all over the world. So please be nice to us and please be nice to Sean. I think he did a really great job, and the product he has is amazing. We are the first customers. So, and if you want to know what's going on regarding technology and innovation in Asia, subscribe to Asia Bits. We will deliver the newest developments into your inbox every Monday to Friday in under 5 minutes. It's for free, and it's the best newsletter on this planet, right, Michael?
Of course.
Because we write it. So subscribe to Asia Bits and let's go and meet Sean. So Sean, you are from China's most famous barbecue city, is that right?
Yeah, it's Zibo in Shandong province.
In China, we have to say, eating and food is not just about getting stuff in your stomach. It's also about
Like a
culture.
social gathering, right?
Yeah.
People want to be together, not for.
Yeah.
Like I always complain when we were thinking about what can we eat today, and then yeah, maybe we should go for a burger, and I was like a burger, but then you eat a burger for like I don't know 2 minutes, and
2
then
minutes,
then you're
yeah.
done, right? And
Yeah.
what's next?
Yeah.
So it's very good. It's a very good way to interact with people, to sit together on the table
Yeah.
and to be together for a longer time. And
Yeah.
then-
Eat not the very most important things, but
Yeah,
the communication with
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people is the most important things. And
And-
the eat can give good environmental.
And
Yeah.
actually, when we go to dinner with some friends from abroad, when they come to visit us, and then they said, so I want to order this dish, and we think like, what the heck? Like, we're in China. We have to share food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put
Sharing
everything on the
food.
table, and
Yeah.
someone, most of the time, you are responsible for ordering for everyone, and then you just trust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very good at ordering.
Uh-huh.
I know.
We both are very good eaters, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in Europe has a cheese put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fondue.
The
Oh,
fondue.
yeah,
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 fondue.
yeah,
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 fondue, Switzerland.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because of these things, our products has a special function to make you to do the fondue.
Oh, you also can do fondue.
Yeah, in one machine, not too much. Traditional fondue, like he need a grill to heat the food and other pot to heat the cheese.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
in
there's-
our machine, two things can be in one machine.
Is it something like it's something like a raclette grill, right?
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
something we Germans also very like to do. Now it's like New Year's Eve very
Mhm.
soon. So New Year's Eve usually we also sit together with friends and do this raclette and have this grill in the middle of the table. Yeah, is it something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So in we have to say like in maybe in a half an hour or something, we will also put the grill here so we can show, not just tell you what we are doing, like and how you manage to get the people together with good food, right?
Yeah.
And it already smells very nice in this studio, so we
Oh,
already
yeah.
have the smell of cherry wood. It's like,
Yeah.
and we will show. So you're from Zibo. So barbecue is in your genes.
Yeah.
It's part of your genes, right? You
Yeah.
go there, maybe barbecue at least once a week. And as you said, the biggest difference is that in the West, in the US, or in Europe, most of the barbecue happens outdoors.
Yeah.
But in nowadays, people living in cities, everything happens in flats.
Yeah.
Right? So when did you have the idea that you want to build something as a business to do the smart barbecue grill for indoors,
Yeah, many people live in apartment, but
especially in China?
Yes, especially in China, but also in New York,
Yeah.
Canada, also the some cities, Singapore, also many people live in the apartment. One says that although they live in apartment, but they remember the barbecue or outdoor barbecue experience when was a child or with friends. Let's remember was beautiful, and they want to have the same
Feeling.
the same feeling. But actually, in the apartment, it's a little difficult to do these things.
Yeah.
We also meet that if some smoke in your apartment, the bing 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 bing, bing, yeah, it's an expensive face to for that.
It is.
So how to do a barbecue indoors? Many people want to do, but they don't have truly and useful to do this. So we want to do our Lumo. Why our products called Lumo? Because we want to think Lumo can be says light up more.
Okay.
Yeah, light up more people's life, more people's remember about barbecue, more people's tasty. Yeah,
it's a very good
And
vision, and I feel like it's a Chinese vision.
To experience it more often than most of the time I did barbecue also on my balcony. I have a very small balcony, but a very big barbecue, and it's very annoying just to heat it up all the time and then do this barbecue feast. So I do it very rarely.
Yeah.
And with your product, you have the entire experience, right, in your living room, basically, from smoking, right, to like grilling big chunks of beef, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so no smoke is the first things you should do barbecue indoor. The second thing is you want to do these things more convenient. Yeah, more easily, but not like air fryer. Air fryer just a tool, but Lumo or our product is like want to have good remember and good environmental. So we need to do some other functions to slow the trouble. Like you don't know how to control your fire.
Yeah.
And don't know how the time is good, and you also use the pan to know the food temperature.
Yeah,
So it's not very convenient. These things is do the barbecue. You must do these things when you do barbecue.
Yes.
But actually, these things don't give you a good remember. But the best remember is you cut down a meat and share with your friends. Look, it's good. I do. So we just want to help people to slow all those trouble, but remain the best things for people. So we do a AI function, can know the meat temperature, the size, the weight, and he can control the meat in a good time, in a good temperature, because our power is area from electricity. Electricity is very, very easy to be controlled. It's like the electric car, because different with oil car.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of sensors in the device that is measuring the temperature and the size of the meat, because it's also getting smaller and smaller, right? And during the process.
Yeah. So the camera can know the.
You have a camera inside?
The camera can know the process.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So how does it? You were talking about AI, like everyone is talking about AI, because then you can raise more monies from investors, right? If you talk about AI, but how do you actually use AI in the oven, in the grill?
Yeah. Oh, why use AI? Because everyone taste is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the meat is how many kind of meat.
Mm.
So we also say that to do a good food is like to do a self driver.
Mhm.
So it's a little different, but
Yeah.
actually we use many data
Mhm.
to know how the people do that, and we also know the meat, the difference in the process, and I think we can do a good result.
So you used a lot of data from different types of meat and everything you could think of that you can grill, basically, in order to train the model that you're using.
Yeah, so we do about at least until today we do at least 100 kilometers meet to collect the data. So our office,
Whoa.
so our office,
you're
like 100 kilograms.
Yeah,
Kilograms,
so
yeah,
our
yeah.
so our office meet always eat meat.
Oh, okay.
When they
Wow.
work,
Yeah.
try it, try it, try. No, I want them want to try it. Yeah.
So you collect the data
Yeah,
yourself.
but the best is we are in InnoX.
Yeah.
Not our only our teams, our other
Yeah.
teams, our teachers, our friends. We can share with them to test out. Yeah, we also build a group to remember everyone who think about the meat is
What was
good,
the
not
best,
out.
the
Yeah.
best piece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you still
Most-
looking for people to work with you?
Uh,
What kind of people do you need most for doing this kind of product? Engineers or
yeah, we need the best engineers to do the best the product. Yeah, because the product is also be created by best the people.
Yeah.
And the other things we also need some data people. He
Mhm.
need to have to know how to cook meat and how to collect the data, and we also need,
That's the first time I heard the sentence. We need data people to know how to cook the meat.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very Chinese thing to say, I would say.
Yeah.
So are you an engineer yourself?
Engineer, yeah, I also engineer. I'm the 这个 structural engineer to do the machine. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very different thing. So we code it a grill, but actually he has three mode. The first mode is like a oven, mini oven. The second mode is a fast grill. The third mode is wide. He can open the 180 degree to for more people to eat the meat. Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay.
so but actually it's very just to we call that transformer system to change. It's very small and very interesting. Yeah, after half hour we can see the machine. Yeah.
So you founded the company yourself?
No, we found this company by three people. I'm the co-founder. Yeah. The founder from Ningxia province. Yeah, Ningxia eats the sheep and Zibo do the barbecues.
Oh, that's a perfect combination. So we have
so
one guy from Zibo, one
a
guy
guy
from
from-
Ningxia doing smart barbecue grills.
yeah.
Both
so,
engineers?
both engineer. Yeah, both engineers.
Both engineers. You see,
Yeah.
look, this will be a
And
very
the other one is the
successful
data
product.
collector that is just eating.
Yes, I want to be a data collector.
Yeah.
So this product will be huge. I it's like I think you can do IPO in 2 or 3 years. And what do you think?
IPO, I say IPO is it's
Far
very
away,
far away. But I think it's the best product for people to make everyone have a best table time is the most important thing. IPO is not
That's a very good vision.
Yeah.
yeah.
So back to my first question, like I grew up in a very normal German family, and for us it was always after university or after high school you go to work for someone else. But you said after you did your engineering degree you want to go and build your own product. So when did you first have the idea to say you want to found your own company?
All in all, from my heart.
Yeah.
When I in my senior school, I
Uh-huh.
will do some treat, buy some treat with my classmates, and I think maybe I can do some big and different things.
Okay.
So I go to do a startup business in InnoX.
Okay.
At first, I also don't know which product I should do, but when you find the when I was do a campaign with my friends, and I find the barbecue project is be the most interesting all around the camp. So I think this interesting things should be bringing down.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we do this product, and within a long time to do this product, we find many interesting. Actually, I can ask a question, but which option do you think?
So does the meat get heated by the hot air or by the infrared from the charcoal, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Question.
I think I know the answer
Probably
because
from the
I read the material. Like, what
Uh.
is the most distinguished feature of your grill? It's like you heat the meat with infrared,
Infrared,
right?
Yeah.
So I guess, but this is actually
Actually, about we test we found that actually about 30% from heat air, but actually 70% from the infrared.
oh wow,
Yeah,
okay.
I can do a example. When if you use your hand to near the charcoal, on the top you feel it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the side you also feel
heat.
the heat.
Yeah.
But we think if the charcoal hits the air, actually the air will go around, and then you can't feel the heat on the side.
Ah.
But actually the infrared can shoot all around. So the
Yeah.
most important thing is the infrared ray.
So
So-
it covers a bigger area.
Yeah.
So we think the air fryer is not the best way to do the meat, because actually the really cooked meat is the infrared ray. But the air fryer should be also the same to heat the air and the heat air to cook the meat. So
Ah.
many people
Yeah,
do
true.
use the air fryer to cook beef, to cook a steak, and find that
Not that tasty.
Yeah.
So now I get it. Like air fryer for sure. It makes
Yeah.
it heats the air
Yeah.
and then it heats the meat or whatever's inside.
Yeah, air fryer like use of fun to make the heat air around the meat. Yeah. The most power to heat the air, and fun to make the air around the meat. Yeah, it's so easy. And like most of oven, you find if you do want to do a meat, you should set the oven to for about 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 8 minutes to prepare to make the whole to up to a set temperature. It's need a long time. Yeah, because the oven is also use the most power to heat all the air and make all the air in a temperature. Actually, air no float air is good. It's difficult to make all the temperature is the same. So why not just use the infrared air?
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
okay.
So and then you have the idea. You see from the charcoal, 70% from the heat comes from the infrared.
Yeah.
And how do you start then? Like where do you go to say we want to build an infrared grill? You just call someone from a
Yeah.
factory and say we
No,
need
no,
this,
no,
or how
no,
do you
no.
do this?
No. We know that I can. Most people put the charcoal under the meat. The meat have some oil. Oil will drop
Drop,
on,
yeah.
on the charcoal. The charcoal temperature is very high.
Yeah.
So the smoke from oil can be brown, make some smoke. So, but we find that infrared ray is most things. Infrared is the light. Light can be controlled. Yeah. Or light can be controlled like when we not so we can put some infrared heater on the side, not under
Underneath the
meat.
beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the oil can be dropped in in a
Oh.
cold air. So
Yeah.
we
So
can.
there's no smoke coming.
There's, yeah. So it's no
Ah.
smoke reason. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can use these things to make the barbecue things can be do indoor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, infrared ray heater can also be because heat control, so we can make some aluminium. Aluminium can make the infrared in your cooking air be even.
So it's very
Even.
even,
uh,
like
yeah.
in the whole
be
grill.
be even the whole grill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we also find that the charcoal, you can't put the charcoal on the top of the meat, so you always need to make the meat turn around,
around.
turn around,
Yeah.
turn around, turn around.
Yeah.
But infrared way, because infrared way can be do electrical, so you can put the infrared heat on the top and on the bottom, so the meat in the medium can be heat all around.
Actually, I just remember one video I always see from Inner Mongolia, also a province of China. So they do something that is called 石头烤肉.
Yeah.
It's called like the stone barbecue.
Yeah.
So what they do, they have this pot and then they put some meat on the ground and then they have this very hot stones, the preheated hot stones, and then they put the stones on top, and then again some potatoes and other stuff, veggies, and then some more meat, and then also the stones are in between the meat. So is it also the same that it goes evenly and the infrared also come from
the
stones?
Stones are
or is it
saving the
different?
energy.
Actually, it's have a big difference
Okay.
because the hot stone maybe use we call that the heat trans have three mode. The first is like a touch. When you touch, the heat can be transferred from high temperature to low temperature. The second mode is like by air.
Okay.
The three mode is like by light, like the infrared ray. The stone barbecue is the most formal is the first by touch.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it's like from our stupid questions, you know, we're not engineers. We're barbecue experts, but not
we could
engineers.
So
definitely apply for
infrared
the-
is
for
the
the tasting
best
job.
way. We can say infrared way is the best way to cook the
yeah.
man.
So, but why is there any competitor on the market? Why are you?
How
the
did you
first
do the
one?
market research basically for your product?
Yeah, actually, because our company in Shenzhen, we want to find some American people and Canada people to do our research. So we do some research in Shekou. Shekou has many foreigners in Shenzhen.
Okay.
Okay, and
It's a part of Shenzhen.
Yeah, it's a district of Shenzhen.
yeah.
So you go on the streets and then you see a foreigner and then you said, "Do you want to eat my meat?" How do you find them?
Yeah, it's a little like exhibition. You have a good meat and a good smell, and
then Americans
Chinese
will
people
come.
酒香不怕这个巷子深。It seems like this. Yeah, so there have some bar. So we put some bar and do you want to try our meat? Yeah, sure. This tastes good. Or do you do you want to know our machine how to do this? Yeah, we show indoor and AI and wow, very interesting. And when they have some party. Hi, Sean. I have a birthday party. I think I need your machine to do some meat. I think it's a good way. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's very funny because when you think of a technical product, you would think like the engineers are just sitting in a factory the whole day and doing something. But then Sean has to go to this bars where all the foreigners are to find the first customers, right?
Yeah, they find more customers.
Yeah, it's a very good approach just to, go out and talk to the people actually you want to satisfy, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely a product market fit. So what was their feedback? The people from the bars. What did they say?
Yeah, because our products as the first time because I'm a Chinese people, so we think the machine should do curious, but American people don't do this.
Yeah.
They do a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Big
it's a
piece of meat.
the big piece of meat. So it's very different. The first my first prototype of many people say, so small. What can this do?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because they need like for half a cow.
yeah. So we put the machine bigger, bigger, and one time they see it not just bigger, and it can be opened to double
okay.
area. This is a good
So how
choice.
big was the first prototype, and how did you do? Like,
Oh,
where
we,
did you build
we
the
call
prototype?
this A4 size prototype.
A4, like a
yeah,
paper.
yeah, because
okay,
A4
yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a A4 paper. Maybe A4 paper. The best is a good choice for Japanese people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So for
yeah,
American
yeah,
people, it's A6.
Yeah, yeah.
A6 is smaller.
No, it's bigger.
Really?
F
A3
F4,
is-
F5. No.
A3 is bigger than
Oh, okay.
A4.
Understood.
Okay. The A5 is half of it.
Oh, yeah,
A5,
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I need- I need-
actually, when it open, it's like more than bigger A3.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so now it's A3 size.
Yeah, A3 size.
So, and you were talking about InnoX already, and we have to explain it. This is kind of an accelerator, like it's a academy that helps young entrepreneurs like you here in Shenzhen to develop their products, to find investors, to
Find your co-founder also. right?
find co-founders, right? So
Yeah.
how did you, and you have to apply to go in there, right?
Yeah.
I think they told us the numbers. It's like thousands and thousands of people apply to go inside, but
Yeah.
just a few get
Yeah.
selected, right?
Yeah.
So how was this product? How was this process? How did you know them, and how was the application?
Okay, because what do you know DJI?
Yeah, DJI. Everyone knows DJI.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah,
it.
so it's actually the founder.
The
is one
founder
of the
DJI,
co-founders of DJI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The founder
okay.
of DJI is also the founder of InnoX.
Okay.
Yeah. Called Li Zixiang.
Yeah.
When I finished my senior high school, when I want to go to the college, my father says, "Which gift do you want to know? Do you want a new phone? It's not good." I say maybe a DJI
Drone.
yeah, a DJI. Yeah. So the first time it's about 2019 years. I first touched the DJI product. I think what's amazing. The world has so different and so delicate, and it's difficult to say. And I feel
Interesting products.
Yeah,
basically.
it's the best of the products.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. And then my college has a classmate called DJI because the founder of DJI, Li Zixiang, to build this classmate in Changzhou University.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So you have like a campus, DJI campus.
Li Zixiang made a DJI campus. I go to this campus, and
Okay.
I know the DJI. I know the hardware in Shenzhen, some startup business about these things, and in our college at the time, we also learn some different licenses between the college class. Like we every team, so we will do project, do really project, the fight project. It's very similar like the Olinggong College. Do you know Olinggong? Oh, yeah, it's very yeah, it's very similar to do the product by yourselves, by your team. And in this time, we know the InnoX. About 2024, Li Zixiang to build the InnoX. So
So it was a DJI campus, but hosted like from InnoX basically from the
From DJI. So InnoX was just built in 2024. So they just started.
Yeah, DJI has many campus like RoboMaster.
Ah.
Robot.
So the goal is to find talent like you, or find engineers and support them, right? With
yeah, find who can do the really project.
And then you have said, okay, I want to do my own product. I want to found my own company. And then you said, okay, I will go to this academy founded by the DJI founder, right, to InnoX. So you had how did you apply for being supported or joining InnoX?
Because 顺水推舟.
It was just like it happened,
Yeah,
right? It like
yeah.
happened very easily, very naturally.
Yeah, because I like DJ, so I go to this DJ campaign,
okay.
and you do the DJ campaign, and
Mhm.
I also want to do something to say change the world.
Yeah,
Mm.
and actually barbecues changed the world. It's a much better product.
Food is always changing
Yeah.
everything. It's
much
changing the mood, changing
yeah.
like whenever we
Yeah,
have a
you
bad
can do barbecue
day.
indoor for convenient and easily. It doesn't change.
Yeah, it's much better product than a drone. I don't need a drone. I need a
Yeah.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and how do they support you? Like we know in Shenzhen, it's like DJI comes from Shenzhen, and actually the DJI headquarters are very close to your headquarters, right? So where you work now. So how do they support you? They give you money, they give you funding, they give you office space, they give you also mentors, right? People who support you.
This is not the most important is he find the similar people.
yeah.
People. Because while in college you do something, you say, I want to change the world. You
No,
no.
He wants just to eat barbecue. He doesn't want to change the world.
Yeah. So the similar people can help, can communicate, can do something different. Yeah. And you say that every place can give you the money, office time, and the funding, do these things to cook food more easily convenient.
So what kind of people do work there? Do you feel like when I went there, I felt really stupid because all the smart people, and they're all very young. I mean, you were born 2000, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of people did you meet there that you said really inspired you, or you say they're very smart and very innovative?
Because we said many DJI companion, engine companion, so many other people who can and do the something, make something happen and make something successful. So these things make us also believe our do the things can do the successful.
Yeah.
And we also think you decide on yourself.
Yeah.
You can make sure if you keep hard and always think and do the right things, and you can change yourself and do the real things.
Yeah, that's very interesting. We're talking about this the whole day, every day. So when you have the right mindset, when you want to change the world, you actually can, right? There's just one way to success. Just do it. Do it, right?
Yeah, manifest.
Right.
Yeah.
The most important is to keep thinking.
Keep thinking.
Keep thinking.
Yeah.
Asking people, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Go to the bars, ask the Americans
what them
what
taste.
do you like?
Barbecue.
Keep thinking can make you do the right things.
Yeah.
But
But how do you keep thinking? Do you like work from Monday to Friday, then weekends you take off and you go hiking or do something? Or when can you think the best?
Think the best. Our product has a port. The port need to be easily to clear, and it can take off from the machine. Can be washing is for easier. As the first, we find money the factory to do this port in Shenzhen, Dongguan. But everyone says tell me. This is not easily thing. It's hard to do, and it's cost many money. They told me about do these things. They need a model about 100,000, but 1,000 RMB to do this model.
100,000 RMB.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
But we find this Shenzhen, Dongguan. Maybe not the best choice because our port is do by steel.
Okay.
How to say 不锈钢 steel?
Yeah.
不锈钢
Stainless steel. Stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Yeah.
In China has a town called the
Steel Town.
对 Steel Town. Yeah,
Mhm.
Steel Town. We find this town is in Chaozhou.
Chaozhou.
They are
Okay.
in Chaozhou, Chaoyang. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
can find the hometown and
Mhm.
the big and in there we find that the do this pose mode only need 20,000 RMB.
20,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
So
about
20%
yeah
of the
the-
price here.
only 2%.
Or 2%.
Yeah,
Okay.
1,000 and
Okay.
1,000
Yeah,
20.
2%. Wow, that's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a keep thinking. You
Yeah.
should to find the because why we choose this Chaoyang because they always do the things and the whole town people all do the things and they have many skills and many ways to cast down to do the things. So it's the best choice for us.
Yeah.
And we every people know the Dongguan is all the world factory, but some special some detail some other things not the Dongguan is the best. Maybe it's other downtown.
Now we have a big problem because it smells so good here, and we cannot show it to. We can show it to the people, but do you think there will be a technique one day where you can smell stuff on a video or on a podcast?
I think maybe because the things we can do that because we want to show our products can do the
Yeah, you have to invent this.
Yeah, maybe no one do this. We can do this.
And this will actually change the world.
Yeah.
100%. It smells like cherry wood.
Mm.
It's so good.
So you did this beef shank yourself, right?
Yeah,
Yesterday evening.
yesterday evening. Yeah,
Yeah.
but tomorrow I cooked this. Yesterday I can make some how to say 芥黄酱. Pepper,
mustard.
mustard,
The
pepper
marinade.
and salt.
Yeah.
To have some tasty.
So now we have a very nice oven here in the middle of us, and it looks a little bit like an oven you have at home. But the thing is, you can open it,
Yeah,
and you can use both sides of it.
yeah,
right?
both sides of it.
Then it has 4 sides of infrared
Yeah, 4 units.
inside, and you can use the 4 units together.
Yeah,
So you have from above and from below.
yeah,
You cook the meat, or you can use 2 units separately.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. And makes infrared ray around the meat can make it do it very quickly and faster.
And the product we see here now, it's a prototype. So it's not in mass production now.
Yeah.
Right.
But the function and the idea is the similar to the final product.
The final product. And what is the plan now? The plan is to start a Kickstarter in end of February 2026.
Yeah, we our plan is that the beginning of this February we will go to Las Vegas to attend the CES exhibition to know to let more medium and potential customer to know our product. And the end of the February we will launch on Kickstarter for this crowdfunding. For this crowdfunding product, and the medium and the potential customer can make the backer on Kickstarter believe us our troll product and troll campaign.
So you already have your first 2 customers. And we
And testers,
definitely believe in you.
Yeah, let's test it.
Let's test it today.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now we have. Can you describe the oven from the front? How does it look, Michael? What do you see? It's a display, right?
In the front, you have a display with one button.
Yeah. So we just turn it on so we can hear the sound of the ventilation right now.
I think this is from the sound. It's not very loud.
It's not very loud.
No.
No. And we have really good microphones here. So now we open it. So we actually have 2 parts and a very beautiful piece of meat here. So
I wonder how long this took.
yeah.
In
So
this,
the products looks like this. You have 2 parts, and then you have a basin there, and then you have a net where you put the meat or the food you wanna do it, and then you have the oil, like you have
can
a plate.
drop inside
Yeah.
of this.
And because the units, the infrared units, are on the sides and not on the ground, so there will be no smoke from this. Oh. Oh, wow.
Good. Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's very minimalistic. You basically have only 2 buttons in
Yeah.
this entire device. One is basically allowing you to adjust the temperature, right?
Yeah.
When you can adjust the temperature for both sides, or you can do it separately.
So what what's very interesting is that these 2 units you can use separately, right? You
Yeah.
also can separately set the temperature
Uh-huh.
of each unit, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So what for example, you could do some meat here, and what could you do here?
You can do meat here, and you can do bread or do vegetables, because
Ah.
vegetable and meat need a different temperature.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then here's another
another
part where we can just basically push from the side of the machine and
in the future,
Oh, wow, okay.
put a pot on here. In the future, you can put a pot on here, and these 2 sides to heat the food, and this is a cheese pot, so you can make the heat food on the
and then you
cheese
can
pot.
also adjust the temperature separately on this one, right? But
Yeah.
now it's only, since
This-
it's a prototype,
this button to set this plant temperature. Yeah.
So this one is also warm. Okay, wow.
He also
So
can
we
read.
have something we pulled out from the side
Yeah.
where you can keep the food warm, right?
Yeah, and not just
Not
keep,
only-
not just keep the food warm, and also can heat the cheese and make
for
the
a pot.
yeah
For the
make,
fondue.
for the
yeah.
fondue,
Mm.
and do make the meat more melodification. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's like a whole cooking
yeah.
studio here in one device.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we see in the
Amazing.
past, do fondue, you also need 2 machines, but today
Mm.
you can use the 1 machine to do this.
Yeah. So how long did you cook this meat?
This meat is about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, because we use traditional American slow grill. Yeah.
But this it still looks like very well done, right?
yeah,
If
very
you
well.
do like medium, you
Because we trust to turn 2.5 kilometer meat
kilograms.
kilograms
Yeah.
Wow.
这个 yeah, it's need about 6 hours.
Okay.
But the traditional American slow grill need 10 hours, more than 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because our electrical and our the infrared heater can make the temperature more good and more and the AI function can set the temperature and set the time to make sure the meat is good.
Mm. It's
This is very
amazing.
It's so good.
And also, what I love the most is that you actually get the edge, right? Like you have like the feeling that it's like a charcoal edge,
Yeah, charcoal edge.
right? But
Char-
without
charcoal
any
cycle.
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the smoking flavor also. From
Yeah.
the cherry wood. You can really taste it, which you could only achieve usually with the woods, right? With the cherry wood that
That-
you use in a real smoker.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, we have to be honest. Will not be a replacement for a big smoker people use outdoors, right?
Yeah.
This is just an addition for people who don't have the possibility to do it, who don't live in the countryside,
Yeah.
who live in big cities.
Of course,
Yeah.
but it's actually pretty good. You see, this one has like this red outline. Basically, this is usually something that
Because
would come
that's,
from the smoke.
Smoke cycle
Yeah.
around the meat. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, if you look at this, like I have now the end piece in my hand,
Uh-huh.
where you can see it has like a very nice crust.
Juicy
Right.
and it's crusty.
Yeah.
It's crunchy
It's
on the outside.
Quite,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
The surface is crust.
Oh.
The in the middle is juicy.
Mm.
Okay, let's tell a secret about this machine.
Oh yeah, we want to do.
the
we want-
the best difference between the oil is the oven is like this pans also can be heat in this position in medium in the machine, and we can see this pot. You can see this pot. This pot is the secret to heat. We put some wood chips on the bottom of this pot.
Ah.
So he heats the pot and the pot heats the
The
wood
chips.
chips, so he can make some wood chips stills on this meat. And this smoke also don't need too much because he is closed and no smoke go around, so he just need a little wood chips can make a
Yeah.
good wood chips stills. Not like the traditional American wood chips. He need a lot of wood. Yeah.
So it also saves you a lot of money, right? Then
Yeah.
you don't need to buy this the whole wood chips or the whole a lot of wood, right? You just need a little bit wood for one piece of meat, right?
Yeah. You can save money and save time. Yeah. Actually, because this pan is also powered by electrical, so it can be controlled. So,
Yeah.
So you don't worry about to smoke make your beanie boom 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 boom, and you don't worry less wood chips don't make enough stills you want. And not just a wood chip, and you want to make some beef with can change the veiny and everything you want to try, and you can make this like a coca level. Yeah,
So now if I have this beef chunk, and I like, how do I know what type of, or how does the device know what type of beef am I going to grill? So how do you use the AI basically to? Does it help you to adjust the temperature?
Yeah. We AI function has two things. The first thing is it has a camera roll. Yeah, we can say this is a camera roll.
Oh, okay. So there's one camera,
Two camera roll. Oh,
two cameras.
yeah.
Okay.
The first camera to know the size, the size of this meat and the sake of this meat, and the second camera is we also like a air fryer sensor. He can scan the food temperature because many food have at the beginning maybe have different temperature. Maybe it's a cold meat and sometimes it's a normal meat. So we also need at the beginning this meat temperature, and we also the machine at the bottom of machine can know the weight of this meat. We have three things, three this machine this information, and we also have the fourth information to know the how the close the oven temperature. This four
okay.
information can make the meat be a good.
So it's okay. We have to share the last piece of meat. You want to eat? No, you
No,
don't eat, right?
I eat too much.
You had like already. I mean, how many kilos have you tried? What do you think?
How many kilo?
Kilograms.
Kilograms. I think at least 20 kilometers.
It's 20 kilograms. Wow.
Yeah, 20 kilograms.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 kilograms.
That's crazy. And the most interesting thing is it's not just that we are very, very happy with this and we give you very good feedback, but also you got some investors, right?
Yeah.
Who said, okay, this is a good thing. And you got investors from abroad and from China.
Yeah, from China.
So how did you pitch this to them? Did you also cook the meat?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we also
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
we go. It's interesting.
And then the Chinese investor said, here, take my money.
Yeah. Maybe investor take a beautiful girl, and maybe he also called this beautiful girl investor. But
Yeah.
maybe it's, these two people have some things. We also prepare a meat and let them test. And this beautiful girl says, "Wow, beautiful, nice." The investor, I will do this project.
Oh, wow.
That pitch must be very easy, right? So because most of the businesses around here in China, they happen
Sure,
on
many
the
investors don't.
during food, right?
Yeah, many investors don't believe infrared is the real technical can do the good meat. He
Yeah.
will don't believe it, but after they test it, oh yeah, it's
It
really
is,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't even need a pitch deck with this product. You do,
Pitch deck.
yeah, you don't need a presentation,
Uh-huh.
a PPT.
Oh yeah. We also the same.
Oh, you also need one.
The meat is our PPT.
Yeah.
The machine and the meat is our presentation.
It's always better to meet the people behind it and also the product and just taste it, right?
Yeah. Taste is the best thing. If you don't taste, you maybe don't know what I say.
Yeah. Especially when it's about food, you really
Mhm.
have to see
Yeah.
and to test it yourself.
So what
great.
I would be interested in, you did the market research with going to the bars, letting actually people try it,
Yeah.
and how do you know how much people would pay for it? So how do you set the prices for
Uh-huh.
products like this?
Yeah, we think these things. The first about this machine, the price we should depend on our BOM cost. Yeah. Because if we lost money, our company can't live a long time, and
Yeah.
so we can't to do a update about our recipe and update about our AI system. So these things all need money. So we also make this the price. And in other sides, we also consider the people think this the value of this machine. So between the BOM cost and the machine value, as the first time we will nowadays we will decide on maybe $299 in Kickstarter, or maybe $329 in Kickstarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is much cheaper than I expected.
Yeah.
I would think like you would
But
pay
when it is Amazon or my own website, because Kickstarter must to get the
cheapest price,
the
yeah.
cheapest price. Actually, if
The retail price is higher, right?
the normal price is about we think it's about 499 price. 99
Yeah,
USD.
it's still good. I would
Still
have.
very-
I thought at least like $600 or something.
Yeah,
Or-
some big machine and also can do the
Yeah.
things smoke flavor is need
Yeah.
this time this money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there's like also some portable grills on the market where you have like high heat, 800 plus degrees or something.
Yeah.
Right, for just doing steaks.
Yeah.
But these retail about, I don't know, €1,000.
Another reason we also
expensive.
can't sell too expensive. Well, because too expensive machine means less people use it. Less
Yeah.
people use it means
sure.
less we have less data.
Mm.
Because in the future we want to make the AI systems can do manifold many things. So we need many data. So we can't just depend on ourselves.
Yeah.
Our customers, our users also can help us to do these things. So
That's-
we also to make a price that everyone can use and everyone can get some food data.
That's very good idea.
Like Tesla to get some data about our drivers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Make it affordable so more people can buy it, and then in the end you don't get the money, but you get the data you need
Yeah.
to improve the product, to make an even better product.
Yeah, it's a circle. More people use and more data we get,
Yeah.
and the function used more easily and convenient, and more people and
Yeah.
more people buy it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a circle.
Yeah,
we need to make the circle.
we write about it a couple of times already, that also the restaurants here in China, they're using more and more AI. So there are more and more AI restaurants coming out.
Mhm.
So basically what you guys are creating is a very reliable data set for like how people like the food, how they cook, right? So this can also be used later on in like those now evolving AI restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think this is um, about they do the things, they do the data from the professional cooker, but not the everyone, the simple people.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
actually, do you like everyone? Do you like all the professional cooker do the dishes? Do you like all these dishes? Actually, I think everyone not this.
Yeah, I
Everyone
mean,
have their own skills,
yeah,
own
yeah.
tastes. So the AI function, our AI function to customer, the AI function
Mm.
is like you can do the things by yourself. You can do the skills depending on what you like, not
Yeah.
the professional cooker like.
Mm.
Yeah. So we will to make the uh everyone still recipe. So we use the app
Mhm.
to control and to update your recipe like this.
So you do actually the same that most of the startups now do in China. They don't just do hardware; they also do software, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's software plus hardware is the way to go, right?
Mm-hmm. I think no, whether hardware or whether software, the best thing is to take the best value to our customer.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. Because we do the software, because our customer needs some special tested and some AI function and some best using. So we need to do this software.
So I see, like in the Lumo app, you have the recipes where
Yeah,
you can see how you cook your food or your meat,
yeah, yeah.
and you also have it has like kind of a social function where people can share
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
recipes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Should.
Ah, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
this is very interesting.
because you have a Lumo machine. Your friends have a Lumo machine. Today you
Mm.
do cherry wood recipe beef. You taste is very good. You can share your friends. You can use this recipe to do the same things. Let me test the same things.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, and you can even receive
Oh,
some
this
likes.
is a little like the beginning of this interview. You said the smell can be trans by some technology.
Yeah.
Maybe we in China have a machine. Someone in American have a machine. They do the same recipe, and they give the
Oh,
You can
same
transfer,
wow.
you can transfer
Yeah,
the smell.
it's the same way. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
but no, yeah.
So, do you have any plans for the future to add new products? Because when we see the kitchen equipment companies, they start with one product and then in the end, after 10 years, maybe they have 15, 20 different products.
Yeah.
Maybe a coffee machine that's better or some other stuff.
Oh, we think that this thing is like this. If you want to do the machine, you consider the tech, the science, the how to cook the meat, cook the vegetables, and cook anything in science. So the things can be the many things can be redo in the future. Um, because this area infra way to cook meat.
Ah.
It's no people do like this machine, because they think maybe we use the hot air, we use the stone to cook, but actually the infrared way is the best way to cook meat. So I think in the other coffee and milk and other things have the same things.
Everywhere
Yeah.
where you need heat, right?
Yeah.
So this is like you use the technology and the learnings, the lessons you had from this product to maybe incorporate it in other products, in like to roast coffee beans, for example, or to do other stuff, right? In the
Yeah.
future, I think I'm very sure, like in 20 years, when you are still doing this, you will have 20, 30 different products with the same technology.
Yeah. Yeah, technology, infrared way. Yes, in today's marketing is also how infrared way to cook meat, but the use is not good because every technologies have their trouble and the difficulties to realize or to use. Because that's use the infrared way. You should to make the machine, the surface cold, and when you touch it, don't be hard. And can use also the light need to be controlled, but the control is a little difficult. You should control makes the area of grilling is event. Yeah, there's many troubles and challenges. And challenges you use one technology, and you should to use hard to realize this technology and consider the customers, so you can you can depend on this information. You should to realize your technology. Mhm.
Yeah, that's very cool, and it's a cool product. I personally love it. And you send us the link as soon, the Kickstarter link as soon as it's done, and we both will buy one
Yeah.
and support you.
Yes, thank
So,
you.
so what is the goal on Kickstarter? How many people do you need to kick off?
Our goal is at least 100 1,000 USD.
Okay,
Okay.
100,000 USD.
1,000 USD.
1,000.
100,000
100万美元。
1 million.
1 million.
1 million USD.
1 million
Okay.
USD.
So let's see. We will try to help you to push it, because this is the world needs this product.
Yeah.
This product will change the world, and I already have it, part of it in my stomach, so I really love it. So 1 million US dollar it is. We will put the link in the description so people can actually support
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone want to our products, you can click this link.
Yeah,
to Kickstarter to support us.
And then also like give you some feedback. I think feedback is also something you really need right now.
Yeah, the feedback is dependent on the what we do the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next generation will be even better. So yeah. So Sean, looking forward. Thank you so much for sharing it,
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much.
so much for the meet. It was amazing.
Okay.
Wish
thank
you all the best.